Welcome to the adventures of Alice in Wonderland. Do you know where Wonderland is? The place you visit in your dreams, that strange and wondrous land where nothing is as it seems. Alice learned all about Wonderland one lazy, warm afternoon when she fell asleep under a cool, shady tree. The first strange thing Alice saw there was a white rabbit wearing pants and a waistcoat. He was rushing across the grass and looking at a big watch. Oh no, I'm late, I'm late! But what could be a rabbit be late for? Alice was curious, so she followed him right into a deep rabbit hole. She tumbled down, 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 floating gently past floating chairs and books, until she landed safely at the bottom. Alice looked around and saw a tiny key. She used it to open a small door and crawled through it, stepping into a beautiful, quiet forest. She looked around, it was so beautiful. Soon she stumbled upon a long table set under the trees. The Mad Hatter and the Marsh were sitting there, drinking tea. When they saw Alice, they waved their hands and shouted, No room, no room! Alice shook her head. But there's plenty of room, she said politely, and she climbed into a large chair. The Hatter looked at her and asked a very strange riddle. Why is a bird like a desk? Alice tried to think, but the Hatter just laughed and put a teacup on top of his head. Everything here was upside down and it was very strange tea party. Alice walked away and found herself inside a grand royal garden, filled with lovely red roses. But the atmosphere was not peaceful at all. Heavy steps marched towards her. It was the Queen of Hearts, and she looked very, very angry. The Queen stared at Alice and roared, Who are you? My name is Alice, Your Majesty, she replied quietly. The Queen loved to play games, but she did not like to lose. Every time a player made a mistake, the Queen would point her finger in front of their face and scream, Off with her head! Alice looked around the garden. She felt sad. The Queen was ruining this beautiful, magical place with her mean words. So Alice decided she needed to be brave. The Queen's guard soldier marched around Alice, trying to scare her, but Alice stood up tall. She looked right at the Queen and said, I'm not afraid of you. You are just a pack of playing cards. Suddenly, the entire pack of cards flew up into the air. They swirled up over her head like a colorful paper storm. Alice covered her face, spun around, and she opened her eyes. The sun was setting beautifully over the quiet river bank. The angry queen was gone. The cards were just brown leaves falling gently from the tree into her face. Her sister was softly waking her up. Alice smiled, realizing it was all a dream. A beautiful, strange, wondrous dream of Wonderland.